working as an assistant professor in Government Model College, Kaziranga. Today I am going to speak on a topic that is division of labor, a concept by Emile Durkheim. Uh, the objective of the class is to introduce the undergraduate students of humanities to the concept of division of labor. Before going to the conceptual meaning of division of labor, let me talk about who was David Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim was a French sociologist. He was a well-known sociologist as well, and he was famous for his views on the structure of society. His works have mainly focused on how traditional and modern societies evolved and function. Durkheim's theories were founded on the concept of social facts, as we know that social facts is one of the important concepts in sociology, as given by Emile Durkheim. He has defined the concept of social facts as the norms and the values which are actually related with the structure of society. So now coming to the conceptual meaning of division of labor, which was discussed by Durkheim in his first book, that is Division of Labor in Society, which was published in the year 1933. Where he has defined the concept of division of labor as a combination of the concentration of people and the amount of socialization of a group or society. So to Durkheim, the division of labor is in direct proportion with the dynamic or moral density of a society. Durkheim also discussed about how the division of labor built the kind of establishment of specified jobs for certain people who are also get benefited while doing the job, and because it increases the reproductive capacity of a process and the skill set of workers. Now, if we try to understand the concept of division of labor in the context of solidarity, because Durkheim has also emphasized on the particular word or the concept that is solidarity. Durkheim said that it also creates a feeling of solidarity among people who share those jobs. And he argued that there are two kinds of solidarity that exist in a society. First one is the mechanical solidarity in the context of primitive society, and the other one is that the organic solidarity, which is related with the modern society. So now, if we talk about the differences between mechanical and organic solidarity, he has provided, Durkheim has provided the characteristics of both the solidarities. In case of mechanical solidarity, he said that mechanical solidarity characterizes a primitive society, which is founded on the similarity of individuals, and this kind of solidarity is mainly founded in the kind of societies where the population is not very high, and the society is mainly constituted with small populations. Mechanical solidarity typically involves a collection of different self-sufficient groups in which each person is engaged in similar activities or the functions. On the other hand, he has also given some the characteristics and the features of organic solidarity, as organic solidarity characterizes modern society, and this kind of solidarity is based on the heterogeneity of its members, and organic solidarity is founded in the societies with large population. On the other hand, you have seen the mechanical solidarity is basically founded in the societies with small populations. So organic solidarity defines the kind of relationships that that people have, which are actually impersonal. So interdependence is the essence of organic solidarity. So also he has said that Durkheim, that according to Durkheim, the societies which are the following the repressive laws, and this is in case of the mechanical solidarity, or it is in case of the primitive society as well, that any kind of violation of code of conduct could result in the disintegration of the community. So on the other hand, organic solidarity, in case of organic solidarity, Durkheim said that this kind of societies have restitutive laws which aims to correct the wrong deeds or that is done by criminal act.